guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, hello, welcome. My name is London, and today's video is actually going to be based on this look right here. Just two things before we jump into the video, you guys. The first thing is I just wanted to say a huge thank you to Aaron Wilson, who created the intro to this video and the intro that you're going to be seeing on all future videos to come. He worked very hard with me to try and create this and listened to everything that I said about what I wanted on it, and he just did such a fantastic job. So I just wanted to slip right in here really quick and just to say thank you. Him and his wife actually run a vlog channel, and I'm going to leave the link to that down below if you wanted to give it a view, a subscribe, thumbs up, anything. I'm sure they would greatly appreciate that. So the second thing that I just wanted to talk to you guys really quick about is I just wanted to say thank you to anybody who watched my video, anybody who subscribed to my channel, anybody that gave me a thumbs up, anybody that commented, anybody that contacted me on any form of social media in the past couple of days to congratulate me for starting my channel, for throwing any form of support my way. I just wanted to say thank you so much. It does not go unappreciated. I am so overwhelmed with the support that I've received in the past few days. I could cry. You guys, I was so nervous to post my first video. I didn't know if I even wanted to after I recorded it, but I did, and I'm so happy that I did. The amount of support that I've received from you guys just pushes me forward to do this video, to do further videos, to do just whatever I want on YouTube now. I am so excited to continue my journey with you guys. So I just wanted to take a quick second to thank you guys, because it really, really does mean the absolute world to me. But yeah, so without further ado, let's just jump into the video. Okay, so we have ourselves zoomed in a little bit here, and I hope it's not too scary. Our first step that we're going to jump in with is the Professional Matte Rescue Gel. Looks like this. It is absolutely phenomenal, you guys. If you guys have oily skin at all, you need to pick either a sample up or you need to pick up the actual product. Pretty much what it does is it mattifies, it blurs your pores, and it gives you some sort of like invisible finish. It also said it is your no filter filter. So pretty much what I do is I take a little bit of the product and I just kind of squirt it on the back of my hand. Probably about this much is how much you really do need. And you want to put it on your face where you're most oily. So for myself, I make sure to distribute it all over my forehead, down my nose, on the top of my lip, my chin, and then I put a little bit on each of my cheeks, and then I kind of just take the rest in between my fingers and I just like blend it in. I just make sure that my whole face is being touched. Another place that I don't want you guys to forget about is right here in the cracks of your nose, because I don't know about you guys, but I know that my makeup does tend to crease a lot after a while, so that really does help prevent it from creasing. And then you just want to let that kind of soak in your face for a little bit, not too long. It's a little bit tacky, and then you just want to jump right into your primer. A lot of people do tend to think that the Matte Rescue is a primer, but it's supposed to be used underneath of a primer. So just for that extra added help, I like to jump in with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. Just looks like this. It's this first one that came out, I believe. It doesn't have any extra like color to it. There's no extra name for it or anything like that. And I just take the littlest amount, probably about a dime size, something like that, and I just put it in this kind of the same areas that I put the gel. So I take some and I just kind of swipe it across my forehead, down my nose, lip, chin, and I kind of put it over any blemishes that I have. I make sure to put some on my cheeks, and then again I just kind of put it together and I rub it in. And then next we're going to jump in with our foundation. Now I'm going to be using my beauty sponge to apply the foundation today, and I'm actually going to be using a little bit of the Evian face mist that I was telling you about in the previous video, and I'm just going to kind of spray a little bit on there to dampen it up a bit. And I'm actually going to jump in with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. Now, I wear the shade Pearl, but sometimes I feel like it's a little bit too dark for me, but right now it seems to work. It does say that it is a medium to full coverage, and it is oil-free. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a pump and a half to be safe and put it on the back of my hand, and I'm going to take my damp beauty sponge and I'm just going to apply it all over my face, and yeah. Perfect. So now that our foundation's done, we're just going to jump right into the concealer. So for the concealer today, I'm going to be using the pairing for the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I'm going to be using the Born This Way concealer. I wear the shade Fair in the concealer, and I find that it is a pretty good match to the foundation. If it's not identical, it's pretty damn close. So I'm just going to take the wand and I'm just going to kind of like smooth it all under my under eye. I don't really have like a particular way that I do it, and then I just make sure to get it kind of down the sides of my nose because I do wear glasses, so I find the extra coverage on the sides of my nose do help. So now that our concealer is done, the sponge does tend to get a little bit dry and full of product. So I'm just going to take the mist once more, and I'm actually going to just kind of soak the sides of the sponge in the water because now I'm going to set my face and I'm going to bake my under eyes. And for powder today, I'm going to be using two types of powder. For baking under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, my chin, and my forehead, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I absolutely love this stuff. I thought it wasn't as great as everybody said because a powder is a powder, but honestly, it is the best powder that I've ever tried, and nothing else that I've tried since I've purchased this stuff has come close. So if you haven't tried it, you should. And I'm just going to take my sponge and I'm just going to dip it into the powder that I have in the cup, and I'm going to bake my under eyes. And so after that, I am going to be using a different powder just to kind of set the rest of my face. I'm going to be going in with the Studio Fix foundation, powder foundation, I guess, in NC15 from MAC. It just looks like this. It comes with one of those cute little like spongy thingies, but I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to take a stippling brush that I have, looks like this, and I'm just going to take it and kind of buff it into my skin just to kind of set all the foundation and make sure it stays in place. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm just going to jump in and do my brows. Now I'm going to do my brows off camera, so I will be back in a second. Okay, so now that these brows are done, we're going to jump into the eyes, which I'm super excited about. This is obviously my favorite part of doing my makeup, is creating something really fun and cool with my eyes. First of all, we're going to put on some eye primer, and I'm going to be using the MAC 24-Hour Eye Base. That's pretty much all it's really called, I guess. And you really don't need a whole lot for it. All you really need is a little tiny amount, kind of like this. I don't know if my camera will focus it, but all you really need is that per eye. Really, a little goes a long way with it. And all you really want to do is just take it and you kind of just want to spread it all over your eye. Okay, Okay, so for this tutorial today, we're going to be jumping in with the Sweet Peach palette from Too Faced, which I'm super excited about. I am going to be using quite a wide variety of the colors from the palette. If you have yet to see the palette, this is what it looks like. It's absolutely stunning, and it smells so good. It really truly smells like peaches. I have quite a bit from the collection, so stay tuned for a full review on everything. But without further ado, we can jump on into the eyes. So as you can already tell, I have one of my eyes done, and I'm sure I look weird as hell. But we're just going to jump into the other eye, and I'm going to show you how to recreate this look. I have so many great and amazing things to say about this palette that the video would be an hour long if I started talking about it. So you guys can expect a review on the whole collection coming around next week. If you guys haven't seen it, this is what the palette looks like on the inside. The palette has 18 shades that we're about to start working with. So first off, what we're going to be doing is we're just going to take a fluffy angled brush, or really any type of brush that works for you, and we're just going to take the shade Peaches and Cream, which is this shade right here, and we're going to dust it all over the lid to set the primer. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take a flat shadow brush like this one here. It can be any brand that you have. It doesn't have to be a specific shadow brush. Mine specifically is from the brand xoxo. It's a little bit kind of worn off, so I don't even know if you guys can see it, but that is the brand that it's from. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sweeping the shade Just Peachy, which is the top pink shade right here, right into the inner portion of my lid. And then what we're going to do is we're going to be taking a fluffy blending brush. Any, again, really would do. I'm going to be using just a really cheap blending brush that I found at Walmart from the brand Still Spa Essentials. It just looks like this. It's just dense, and I really enjoy dense blending brushes. And I'm going to be jumping into the shade Candied Peach, which is this one right here. And I'm just going to be using it to blend out any harsh line that I have with the Just Peachy shade. I'm going to be carrying that shade Candied Peach into the outer portion of my crease as well, but it's going to be a very light version of it. You're not really going to see a lot of it because it's going to be covered over anyway. Now what I'm going to be doing is I am going to just take a regular shadow brush. Again, any shadow brush will do. You don't need to be using the brands of brushes that I am. This one is from the brand Vivian, and I just picked up a brush roll of them on Amazon, and they're actually really great brushes. It's just fluffy. It kind of looks like this. Well, not kind of. It does look like this. And I'm going to be taking the shade Summer Yum, which is this brownish shade right here, and I'm going to be putting that on the outer portion of my eye. And I'm going to be carrying that shade into the inner portion of my crease. Not a whole ton, but I am just going to drag it over the littlest bit. So once that's done, I'm just going to be going in with the same type of blending brush from Walmart, just a different one. And I'm going to take a little bit of that Summer Yum shade onto the brush, and I'm just going to kind of use it to blend out any harsh lines on the outer portion of my eye. I'm going to be taking a large line and smudge brush. Now I'm going to be using that brush and taking this shade right here called Delectable, and I am going to be putting it on the outer portion of the crease. Now this shade is quite dark, so you kind of want to take a little and just kind of ride with it. So once the color is dispensed on your lid, I'm just going to go back in with the blending brush that I used for Summer Yum. I'm going to put a little bit of Summer Yum on the brush, and I'm going to blend out Delectable. And then once again, I'm going to be going in with the same little flat eyeshadow brush and going in with a mixture of Just Peachy and Candied Peach. And I'm just dusting it in the inner portion of my lid. And then just blending it out. Now what I'm going to do now is, because I find there is not enough purple and the smudging brush isn't doing the job for me, I'm just going to jump in with another eyeshadow blender brush and put it on the shade Delectable and kind of put it on that way. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking a mini flat smudger brush. It just looks like this, and I'm going to be taking the shade Delectable and I'm going to be putting it on the bottom portion of my lash line. So now that we have the eyeshadow done, I'm going to be putting some eyeliner on. I'm going to do just a classic wing liner like I normally do. I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. So now that the wing's done, I'm just going to go in with some mascara. I'm going to be going in with the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And last but not least, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking just kind of like a pointed smudger brush. It kind of looks like this. And I'm going to be jumping in to the shade Bellini. It's a gorgeous shade. This one right here. It's very iridescent, and I love the way that it looks on the inner corner. I'm just going to take a little bit and I'm just going to dust it. But yeah, so there it is. There's the eye look that I have for you guys today. And then we're just going to jump into the face now. So next what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be contouring my face. Now I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, light to medium. It's the powder contour. It has been shown some love, that's for sure. I'm going to be jumping in with these two shades right here. I find this shade is a little bit too orange for me, but these two shades are going to be mixed together and I'm going to contour with them. Now next what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting some blush on my cheeks, and what I'm going to be using is a Real Technique blush brush. The real name for the brush is the Multitask brush. Just looks like this, has the cute little pink handle. I've had this brush forever and I really like it. And I'm going to be jumping in with the Amazonian Clay Tarte blush in the shade Partey. And it's just the mini, but I'm just going to be taking a little bit of it and I'm going to be dusting it on the apples of my cheeks and then upwards. And I'm going to be doing that on both sides. Now I always have a ridiculous hard time trying to pick out what highlight I want to use on my face every day. So I'm going to switch it up a bit. I'm going to be using the MAC highlighter in the shade Oh Darling. It's from the Christmas collection last year. So not the Nutcracker collection, but the collection before that. And I'm just going to be taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills like highlighting brush, which is the A23 brush, and I'm just going to do the highlight. So once you have the highlight on, the last step that I'm going to do is my lips. If you guys have never used a Kylie lipstick before, it smells so good. It smells kind of like a mixture of like vanilla and cupcakes. It kind of reminds me of like a shade that you would have gotten from like Lip Smackers or something, like the lip balm. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on my lips. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this look, you guys. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I just wanted to thank everybody once again for tuning into my previous video, for all of the support that I was given. I was so nervous to post the video. It was kind of a little bit out of my comfort zone, and I'm just so overwhelmed with how much love and support I've received from you guys. So once again, just thank you so much. Now, before you leave, if you're new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the little bell. Give it a thumbs up, everything. Again, I love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. See you later.